It's great being here. It seems like a lot of people are really excited for Kurt. Kurt's one of the best guys out there. I'd like to talk a little bit about how I first met Kurt. We met this past winter on the Brown campaign. I was running the Littleton office, and Kurt was in there every day helping me. It's great to be here too, to see so many familiar faces from the campaign. You guys did a lot of good work, and I want to thank you for that again. But Kurt was in the office every day, putting in 8, 10, 12-hour days as a volunteer, not being paid, but doing it because he knew it was the right thing to do. And the office would not have been the success that it was without Kurt's efforts. During those 30 days we were in Littleton, I saw Kurt more than I saw my friends and my family, so we grew close. But at the end of those 30 days, things worked out pretty well. I have a new friend with Kurt, and we all have a new United States Senator. So, introduce our new state representative and my good friend Kurt Hayes.
Thank you very much, Carl. One thing Carl didn't mention is that he's a newly elected person himself. Carl Beckstein recently ran for and won in an election the chairmanship of the Massachusetts Association of College Republicans. I'm always thrilled to meet the younger folks that want to get civically involved and get involved in politics and help other folks get elected. You know, in my own case, it wasn't until I was a little bit older in my professional career, I had a family, and I saw the dire circumstances that our federal government and our state government could put us in, and the ultimate impact it had on the future of my family and yours, that I got involved in campaigns myself, and then as a candidate to run for representative. So I certainly appreciate those folks that are younger that are involved. Now, many of you that I did not meet until we were working on Senator Brown, now Senator Brown's campaign. When I met you in the Littleton Call Center, you said the same thing. I have never been involved in a campaign. I've never worked for a candidate. I care about my country, but it's what's gone on Beacon Hill with single party rule and what they saw was heading the same direction in Washington that got folks to come into that call center, put their time and effort into helping get Scott Brown elected. So, you know, for whatever the reasons are, we're all here now. We're all very energized, and with your help, we're well positioned for November 2nd. So, I think that's going to start, right? We have the election on January 19th. We have Richard Ross coming up on May 11th to hopefully win that and fill the seat that we helped them vacate in the state Senate. So we'll be rooting for Richard. Anybody can help him out, that'll be great. We also have a lot of other candidates that are here in the room. Because of the nature of what's going on today, I'm not going to be able to take time to recognize all those candidates, but I'm sure they'll introduce themselves to you, seek them out, help them in any way they can. You have good people running at the local level, the state level, and the federal level. We have some local elections that are coming up, and so you need to seek these people out and help them help provide balance, whether it's in your local town hall, up on Beacon Hill, or in Washington. So I ask you to seek those folks out. Now, you already met one of the reasons that I'm running. Lindsay came up here, and if you've been to my website, you might have seen her little cameo in my introductory video. But I would like to introduce you to the rest of my family. We have my sons, Justin there, hold up your hand, Kyle. I don't know where Lindsay is. My wife of over 16 years, Debbie. I'm very blessed. You have to run a race like this. Anybody who's been a candidate knows you have to have the love and support of your family, and I'm very lucky in that regard. Now, as I was preparing my remarks for today, because this is obviously not your normal state representative campaign kickoff, you know, I asked my most honest and direct advisor, that would be my wife, you know, what is it that people want to hear from me while I'm up here? They want to learn about who I am, what I stand for, and what I'm going to do if I'm elected, right? They want to know that I'm a husband and a father, a man with a professional career of over 20 years, when I want to take that experience of helping look at issues from all sides and provide solutions and take that up to Beacon Hill. They want to know that I just want a better future for our families, for my family and for yours. We have a lot of work to do in this state, but we can do it. They want to know that I'm just not by nature the type who can be a bystander. I have to get involved. I see the problems that we have in this state, and I want to stand up, go earn the honor of representing folks on Beacon Hill and work on these very difficult problems that we have up in the State House. They want to know, I hope, that I'm a truly independent voice. You hear that from every candidate, but I am, if you're not aware, a lifelong independent. I am, though, a proud candidate on the Republican ticket. I have core values, which we all share in this room, I believe, of smaller government, personal responsibility, individual freedom, and I look to go take those values up to Beacon Hill. I hope that folks would want to learn that I like tea. Taxed enough already. I mean, that's something, you know, we all want to be respectful of however we run our races, but Democrat, Republican, the kind of race that that Senator Brown ran, I want to do the same, but I think we can all agree that we have been taxed enough already. So before I bring up, and you know, these are things that everybody wants to hear, is what I was asking Deb, right? And she goes, no. They're there to listen to you introduce United States Senator Scott. Now, I had the honor of first introducing Scott Brown at the Boxborough Library on November 2nd, where I hosted a meet and greet and a rally for him. And I think you all remember who were there in that room. Again, many of you I didn't meet until another month or so later in Littleton, but that night in Boxborough filled that room more than we've ever filled it for a Republican event, and we could all begin to start to feel that momentum shift. And I think Scott felt it too, because those of you who were in the room remember that he told us that night that he was feeling tingly. I don't know if you remember that comment, but everybody who was in the room certainly remembered that one. And then, thanks to all the work of the people in this room and the great candidate, on January 19th, we were all feeling tingly.